guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda Suarez and I am a mom of 2 boys, a busy business owner, and an artist for Saint Beauty. And this week I am going to be sharing with you basics of contouring. Why do we contour? How do we contour? What products are best to use for contouring if you are a beginner? So if that's something that you need to learn, you can certainly stick around, watch the video, let me know if it was helpful. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I'm here for you every Thursday at 8 a.m. and I'll see you in the video. All right, let's get into it. Why do we contour? So, our faces are not one-dimensional. Had you noticed? We have natural rises and falls in our face, natural shadows, hollows, places where our skin is a little darker, a little lighter. And to get an ultimate natural look to your makeup, we really need to kind of celebrate and enhance those features, those shadows. And that's all contouring is. So I'm here to tell you, if you can draw lines, you can contour. The products I'll be using today are Saint Beauty's 3D Foundation. This is an all-in-one layer foundation palette of highlight and contour. You can use whatever makeup you have at home. The principles still are the same. This is just the makeup I love. I'm an artist for the company, and if you'd like a color match or more information on how you can be an artist as well, you can certainly reach out to me or go to the description link in the bottom of the video. Okay, I'm actually going to start with highlight, which in Saint Foundation terms is our main foundation. So I'm actually going to pick up this shade here. It's called Amber, and I'm going to go ahead and just put my foundation on. This color is what I use to color correct my redness. That portion of my face is a bit darker. If you're new here and you have not seen my intro to Saint Beauty's foundation, I'll link it in the eye and down below. You can go ahead and check that out and see what this product is all about and why I love it so much. So I'm just using that to address my redness, which you can tell is pretty considerable. And I'm gonna stay out of the areas I don't need it. Now, I can stay out of my contour area completely and leave that open because the contour with this product does have coverage. But because my redness is so considerable, I just take it everywhere. Down my chin, and then I take a lighter shade, my concealer shade on my jaw, because that's a little bit lighter in redness than the mask of my face. Going on the other side, and I'm using the blush and bronzer brush. It's also by Saint, and it is my favorite foundation brush for all foundations. It's just a good brush. So you can see that's giving me really solid coverage with a very light layer. I'm not pouncing into the tin very much. Your tins will last you about 2 to 4 months, depending on how often you do your makeup and what kind of coverage you like. I like a medium coverage. So mine lasts me about that 4-month mark because I actually don't use makeup every single day. Honestly, more days than not, I am not wearing makeup. Taking that lighter shade on my jaw. Then we're gonna come up on our jawline. Nope. On my forehead. Oh, Amanda. And just blend that up to the hairline. I'm not gonna go all the way up because I actually use a very little product on my forehead because I have texture there. So I like to use as little product there as possible so as not to enhance that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of that lighter shade White Peach, and I'm gonna switch my brushes to the detail brush. This is my favorite brush for contouring, especially if you're a beginner, because it has 2 fantastic ends. I'm gonna show you how to use both of them, but I actually love this also for just applying my concealer. So this is all in the same palette still. And I don't do my concealer like that big whopping triangle. I do a little bit here, a little along the long sides of my nose, and then up by my eye. The reason for that is I'm not 25 and I have texture under my eye. And this creates that beautiful lift that we all want with our concealer without the heaviness and the enhancement of texture. So just a little bit there and a little bit here, which is gonna help me clean up my wing. Which coincidentally, if you want to see how I created this super easy wing, you can go to my Instagram. It's linked down in the description box, and it was posted Tuesday. I post to Instagram every Tuesday on IGTV, and then I post here every Thursdays at 8 a.m. but let's contour. Okay, so we have our highlight on and our concealer on. Let's contour. So I am going to go ahead and share my contour with you. I use the shade Olive. I switch shades every once in a while depending on the season. Sorry about the lighting. But this time of year I need a little more warmth, so this shade is a little warmer. Now contour and bronzer, let's talk about that really quick. They're two different products. They have two different purposes. Contour is shadows, bronzer is sun. So if you think about that, that's how it's pretty much broken down. Contour, shadows, it's a cool tone. Bronzer, warmth, it's from the sun. Contour and bronzer should not be used interchangeably. I know they do it. I know you see people do it. It's just not, if you're going for the actual effect of contour, you really want a cooler toned where your shadows are supposed to be. And then I'll show you how I apply my bronzer as well at the end of the video. So I'm gonna grab my contour here and this brush. Now you can use either side of this brush to contour, and I'm gonna show you how you can do it with either side. So let's start with the small end. So where do we contour? We contour at the edges of our face. You're essentially making a 3. Okay, that's super easy. You don't have to do nose contour. You don't have to do lip contour if you don't want. You just need to make sure you're getting the outer edges of your face, and if you can make lines, you can contour. So I'm gonna swipe into my contour, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a line. Then I'm gonna make a line. Now, cheek contour. The point of doing cheek contour is to lift your cheekbone. If I go right in the hollow of my cheek down here, it's actually gonna drag my cheek down. So this is where your cheekbone is. I'm gonna go right on it, even slightly above. And I'm gonna draw a line, making sure I come at my hairline first and come first. Remember my rule of thumb, wherever you put your brush down first is where you're gonna get the most positive product, no matter what makeup product you're putting on your face. So be mindful of that. When you're doing your contour, you want the darkest part back here, not here. And then we're gonna come under the jawline. Do not forget to blend the jawline. I've done that before. It's not a cute look. Okay, and then we're just gonna flip our brush and blend it in. So I'm just using soft circular motions. These brushes are really soft and they're built for cream products, so they're perfect. We're gonna soften the line so we don't see a definitive line. We're gonna make sure we go right into the hairline so you don't have like an odd gap. And you can see how that's kind of minimized my forehead. The good rule of thumb with anything with contour, but with forehead contour, is darkness recedes back and brightness comes forward. So the things that we want bright under our eyes, center of our face, we're gonna use lighter colors. And the things that we wanna recede back, not be noticed, like my giant forehead, we're gonna contour and bring it back so the eye is not looking at it. So that's kind of the point of forehead contour. So you can see that this automatically has made my forehead look much smaller. Okay, so using this side of the brush, see how flat it is? We're gonna use the shape of the brush. For the forehead, I'm just gonna use the flat end, and I'm gonna bring it on my forehead, making sure I blend it with what I've already done. And I'm gonna make a line. That's all it is a line. Then we're gonna load up just the side of the brush. There's product there. Again, find that hollow of the cheekbone. There's a shadow there naturally. I'm gonna go right above it, starting at the back of by my ear. And I'm gonna come forward, stamping it down, using the shape of the brush to make my contour line. How fun is that? And then again, just using the shape of the brush again to do my jawline. Blending this out, same end of the brush, soft swirls, blend that in, lifting our cheekbone here. And because this is a cream contour, it is super forgiving. So if I put too much product down, it would be incredibly easy for me to just blend, blend, blend until it was at my desired darkness. Just like you could overblend and get rid of it, you could overblend and soften it. And that's it. Now, I could take a little bit of a step further and do my cheek, my nose. I would just take my small end here and come on the top of my nose. You don't have to do this step, or again, use that side of the brush I always get my hands confused when I do this, and use it as a stamp. How about that? This brush is the bomb for beginner contour. And always blend that nose contour up, not down. If you blend it down, it's gonna make your nose look wider and dirty. Just soften it, don't overblend it. Take your brightening highlighter or concealer, write a thin line down the center using your brush or even your finger to soften it out. And then you could even do a tiny bit under your lip to give you a little bit of a pop and the illusion that your bottom lip is fuller. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and just finish it up and add a little blush and bronzer. I'm gonna pick up this shade, it's called Sandstone. I'm gonna switch back to my blush and bronzer brush. And I'm gonna take that right above. I don't like to go on, like, you see people say smile, and then they put it here, but then when you smile, your blush is here. I kind of go maybe an inch back, center of my eye, and I drape it above my contour line and give myself a nice flush and blend it in with my contour. It helps to lift the face and also keep that triangle of light in the center of our face nice and bright. So again, just popping it back, draping it. I'll blend it with the fluffier end of the brush. This shade is, again, Sandstone. It's so pretty. And then I'll grab my bronzer and go right over it. You can do bronzer, blush, blush, bronzer. It's really your preference. I like to do, actually, I switch it up. But I'm just gonna lay my cream bronzer right above my blush on the high point of my face, not where I place my contour, because remember, they're different. And just warm up my face, warm up those edges. We're all pale, it's winter. Most of us are in the Arctic freeze right now. I hate it. It's literally snowing right outside my window. And I run a little down my neck to give myself a little bit more of the illusion of a tan. And that's it. Contouring 101 with a little extra bronzer blush tutorial. I hope that was helpful for you guys. If it was, let me know in the comments. If you'd like a more detailed contour video, contour for face shapes, be happy to give it to you. Let me know again in the comments. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It's how I get my videos out there and how I'm able to show up for you every week. I am again here at 8 a.m. every Thursday. And if you are interested in any of the products that I used today, you can visit the link down below in the description box, and I'll see you next week.